Today, this is going. My presentation is on the unassigned fund balance ratio. Our textbook defines the unassigned fund balance as the amount remaining in the general fund balance after classifying amounts on spendable, restricted, committed, or assigned. Unassigned amounts are technically available for any purposes. So the unassigned fund balance is how much money has not been assigned. The unassigned fund balance ratio is the percentage of the total general fund that is unassigned. For everyday people, this is a quick way to see what percentage of the government's revenue is available for things such as more projects and services or unseen emergencies. If it's a very large ratio, it tells you that the government should be doing a lot more for the people than they are currently doing. If it's zero, it means they have assigned all of their money and have a plan to spend every dollar. If it's negative, it means they are planning to spend more than they have. This is how you calculate it. The unassigned fund balance ratio equals the total unassigned fund balance divided by the total general fund revenue. This means you get a percentage, the percentage of the total general fund revenue that is unassigned. Here are the benchmarks and the warning trends. This is from the Government Finance Officer Association, known as the GFOA. The benchmark for a good unassigned fund balance ratio is 0.167, which is 16.7%. This is based on 2 months of revenue, because if divided 2 months by 12 months, you get 0.167. So 16.7% of your total general fund revenue should be unassigned. A warning trend would be any negative amount, because it means the government is assigning more money than it has. Now let's examine the government of Guam's unassigned fund balance ratio. Over a period of 5 years, from 2017 to 2021. So you can see here that it's been negative every single year. So every single year, they planned to spend more than they actually had. In 5 straight years, GovGuam assigned more money than it had. The following are the ways that I would recommend to fix it. May stop assigning more money than there is. It's really that simple, but here are 3 practical ways of getting that done. First, GovGuam may assign less money, which means spending cuts or pause in new spending. This is a typical solution offered by conservative politicians to avoid unpopular new taxes or tax increases. Second, GovGuam may raise money revenue through higher or new taxes. This is a solution typically offered by liberal politicians to avoid unpopular cuts to programs and services. The most obvious new tax for Guam would be a sales tax, because it's something that a lot of other states have and Guam does not at the moment. So sales taxes would greatly increase revenue. The third option in the hands of the people. Elect new leaders who will actually do the necessary but unpopular things to stop running a deficit every year. In conclusion, The unassigned fund balance ratio is the percentage of general fund revenues that is unassigned. A good ratio is 2 months of revenue, which comes out to 16.7%. A negative ratio is very bad and then cause for a lot of concern. GovGuam had a negative ratio every year for 5 straight years. So we should be very concerned about the GovGuam spending. This would conclude my presentation. Thank you. Goodbye.